Now, you see, as a revolutionary Christian, brothers, to me, a lot of this superficial talk about ism ought to be worn like a loose garment. And what I mean by that is, when people talk about capitalism, they mean so many different things. What they really need to focus on is the asymmetric relation of power and domination and exploitation at the workplace. When you talk about socialism, you're really talking about the empowerment of working people, poor people, against any form of domination, so that there's a moral and a spiritual dimension that needs to be incorporated, whether people call themselves socialists or anarchists or what have you, so that the ism, I'm hoping, doesn't get in the way, but thank God people are now open to what the great Sheldon Rowland always talked about, and Brother Stanley Radowitz too, which is how are we going to make sure that the plight and predicament of the weak and vulnerable, which begins with class analysis and embraces anybody catching hell, that they're at the center of our vision, of our analysis, and therefore we're able to come together in mass opposition without just one narrow ism or narrow ideology, but rather a movement, motion, momentum against the greed, against the hatred, the contempt, the indifference to the suffering of others, the callousness of the plight and predicament of the weak and vulnerable. That's what's really at the center of the left, of a genuinely progressive movement, not just in the American empire, but all around the world. It's got to be international. Cornel is right about that.